Good morning, good evening, and good day to all Blues out there. This is another episode of Mancunian Way. I'm Patrick. Martin will be here shortly. He's just gone to fetch his glasses, and Ed is in the building with me, I think.
Yeah, I'm here.
No, he's in the background. There he is. You fixing something in the kitchen, mate?
Something like that, mate. Something like that.
He's all good. He's here. I hope everybody's doing well out there after what was a good performance, but also a bit nerve-wracking there at times as well, I must say. But yeah, look, we'll certainly dissect that over the next hour or two anyway. But good to see everybody in again. Usual suspects in the building, of course, DC. Always good to see you. Always a pleasure. Thank you. Dylan, the quad is on. I think you and Rich are in the same boat. Rich won't be here, unfortunately. He's out today, so that's a shame. And Dasha's here as well too. Yes, smash the likes, and of course, thanks for the link for Samaritans as well. You know, if you're struggling out there, as we always say, do not suffer in silence. Anybody from my corner of the world, probably a good place to check. Beyond Blue is a good one as well. Obviously, Kids Helpline is a big one as well for anybody of younger age as well too. So please get in touch with those if you're not feeling, if you're not in a good place right now. Anyway, Martin,
good evening.
Big up, big up.
Thanks for being. Actually, no, I'm actually going to say thank you for taking your time getting out of the car park, because I think we needed a good hour or so to settle our nerves after that.
Mate, I didn't even eat. I didn't drink, eat nothing during that game. I was so nervous.
Well, I did coming out of the game. He's bitching and moaning, and I'm like, I wonder.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not surprised, but for once, actually, I think they're absolutely off their nut thinking that this was absolutely terrible.
Because you'd expect it to win 5-0, aren't you?
Exactly.
You got to win 5-0 every
because we've always been known for winning games.
No, I mean, I thought today
was,
today was great. I thought I want to start off best atmosphere we've had in the stadium that in so long. Big up to every single fan that was in that stadium tonight. Did their job, did exactly what was asked of it. We didn't stop singing from minute 1 till minute 95, whenever it was. We were just phenomenal as fan base that tonight. You could tell there was a change in atmosphere in that stadium tonight. Change in atmosphere. By the way, screw the Corp Live. Screw the Velodrome. Screw the stewards. Piss poor job at the car park. Should not take me 55 minutes to get into a car park. I don't give my
Oh,
monkeys if
was
James
this
Arthur.
getting in?
Yeah,
Jeez.
because James Arthur's on.
Ah, right. Okay.
Screw James Arthur.
Fuck
That is
you,
our
What
Joe.
line.
time was the show
Yeah.
on in relation? What time was the show on in relation to kickoff?
At the exact same time.
Oh, you're kidding.
Absolute piss poor effort. Oh,
Yeah.
and screw the Brit Awards. They can go up the arse as well. Screw the Brit Awards.
Apart from Noel Gallagher winning, exactly.
No, because you know why? Because half the car park has already been taken up by all the Brit Award tents. They've all got the stuff ready up and going.
Right.
So yeah, so they put the Brit
So that doesn't
Awards
even
above,
matter yet. Okay.
above Manchester City fans tonight. But hey ho, it was anyone who was there tonight. You know exactly what I mean. That blue car park, exactly what Sarah says, was a clusterfuck tonight. Clusterfuck. Shame, absolute shame. But it's the Brit Awards, in it. We've got to bend over backwards because it's the Brit Awards. No mind.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. Dash, tonight everything at the tonight was everything at the Barclays area. Barclays area was nervy and unpredictable, and when you reap the rewards of it, win the game, feels so fantastic. Newcastle and City had that today. So happy, yeah.
You know, and and for all the stuff we've been saying about Pep and everybody been saying about Pep, that sub for Husnov for day, nobody's bigging up a player and knocking down a player, but for me at least, I thought in the second half they didn't get a lot of chances from that ball over the top or those through balls because we had that pace, and I wasn't really that nervous on that side. I was more nervous on the set pieces and free kicks than in open play, at least for me, because we had that extra little pace in the back, and I thought that was a big decision to make.
Do you think that change would have been made even if Diaz wasn't on a yellow?
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that too.
Yes.
I mean, the yellow justified it, but I still think that would have been made regardless. May not have been made at 45 minutes, but it definitely would have been made.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll get into it. Do you want to do the 11s? Was everyone happy with the 11? Because I saw a bit of a meltdown because Cherokee FC wasn't playing today. Cherokee FC didn't start.
Well, I thought it would be Cherokee or Foden, but I think he was more. And funny enough, our final third is what was probably our least lacking part of the game. But I thought he was trying to go for people that could finish their chances, give it the best probability of putting the ball in the back of the net. And we had a lot of moments to do it. I know Newcastle fans and everybody's like, oh, they gave a great fight, but we had a lot of opportunity to bury that game. A lot of transition mistakes from the front line, but I think it also showed our defense has gone up a level too.
Well, see, the thing was that I looked at the end of the game, and I think we ended up just edging the possession. I think about 54% or something like that in the end. But I've got to say, we must have had quite a lot of possession in that first half because I did feel like Newcastle had the majority of it for the second half too. But I also wonder, I don't know if Martin or Ed, you feel the same about this, but I felt like Pep was almost playing into like allowing a bit of possession from Newcastle because maybe it left them in a false sense of security in a way. Maybe they sort of looked at it in a way where it was like, I was thinking about this. I was thinking about this earlier. It was like, because I like to use quotes and that. It's like, you remember when Heath Ledger played the Joker in Batman, Dark Knight Rises, whatever it was, and he said, like, I'm like a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do if I caught one. Well, I think that's what Pep did to Eddie Howe in terms of the possession. It was like, all right, I'm going to give you the possession. And then Eddie was like, I don't know what to do with this because I'm not used to this against this manager, against this squad. And I think it actually created, it was almost like reverse psychology football in a way. It was just, yeah. I don't know how Eddie. I don't know if Eddie Howe was. I don't know if Eddie Howe was able to handle it. He just didn't know what to do, and it's like they showed glimpses of being like a really good team and a team that definitely is in form at the moment too. But I think he's played that psychological game against Eddie Howe, but also too, you just got this sense that last 15 minutes or so, 15 minutes or so, Newcastle were tiring. I think that away trip to Azerbaijan had played on them a little bit too.
Typical transitional play game that was today.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to get into the Donnarumma stuff because I've heard some absolute wild takes on that this evening, which I
just call it agenda, Mark. Just call it an agenda. Come on now.
Listen, I think the second half was done by design. Newcastle had the ball. They didn't do that with it. They did nothing with it. That was very... I'm not worried about that second half in any way because I don't think... I think we've got to stop this. I'm going to say touch of arrogance that we think we just steamroll every single team that rocks up to the Etihad. That's 11 wins. We've won 11 wins at the Etihad out of 13 or something now. The Etihad is a fortress, and people starting to realise that now. When teams are in the Premier League are good teams. Newcastle are banging form, may I add. They won away at Spurs. Yeah, Spurs are out of form. They won away at Villa in the Cup. They battered Karabakh. Yes, and everyone's going to say it's only Karabakh, but they are banging form. And they were on a high confidence-wise. And I think there was a little bit of... The way we played in the first half is sometimes at our own detriment, if that makes sense. I think because first half I thought we were exceptional. Some of that football was blistering the way we were moving it around. And I'm going to get on to Erling Haaland in a bit because I thought that was his best game in about 6 months and he didn't even put the ball in the net. He didn't put the ball in the net and I thought he was exceptional. But even when Newcastle's played, City had the best chances in the second half.
Yeah.
They didn't have a shot on target until that Harvey Barnes one at the end. And again, what I say from Donnarumma. But for me, I thought the lineup was spot on. My only question coming out of the whole game, and I'm going to be careful when I say this because people are going to say I've now got an agenda, but it's not an agenda. I have concerns. Was where is Mamouchi's best position in this team right now?
I thought today was a average performance, but I thought he did a lot of...
lost, Dad. I think he's getting lost in the shuffle.
He set up the O'Reilly chance. I thought he was doing well.
O'Reilly chance was phenomenal play.
I thought he held the ball up good at times. Yeah. I thought he was getting into good spaces and good pockets. It's just that nothing really came. There was no it wasn't. We didn't capitalize on it. But I thought he had some good chances. If some of those chances were converted, I think we're having a different take about more.
I think it was maybe, Ed, because of the Haaland performance, probably why I'm probably looking at it in a different way. Maybe when I watch it back tomorrow, he might have had a great game. Maybe because Haaland was so instrumental in that whole game. I mean, Christ, his ball work, his off the ball work, his aggression. I do want to talk about the referee in a bit because I think the referee was. I thought it was a postman tonight. The amount of cards he was sending out to everyone. I'm going to be fair. I thought Bernardo Silva was lucky to stay on the pitch. I also thought Joe Linton was also lucky to stay on the pitch. I also thought there was one or two Newcastle players lucky to stay on the pitch. I can go through it. I thought Semenyo was fabulous, and then second half he sort of waned a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's driving runs and he's
his off the ball work was exceptional today.
Yeah. But Rodri's getting back to Rodri.
Oh, Martin, some of those driving runs from Semenyo were similar to another City player that wore the same shirt number. Kind of reminded me of Yaya Toure a little bit, actually. Just like the execution, that was all.
That's spot on, that.
Just like the execution, that was all.
Thought Aït-Nouri was good. Thought Nunez performed very well up against Lewis Hall. I just thought it was a very good reaction. I just think tonight there was a whole reaction to that tonight. You could feel a change in everything tonight in that stadium. There was a togetherness in that. People were high-fiving at blocks. People were high-fiving at... There was one stage where I think it was Nunez, someone else, they sort of shielded the ball out for a goal kick, and 5 players are going over high-fiving each other.
think that was Nori.
I'm like, I've not seen the players this together in a long. You can tell there's that, guys, we're in for this title. There was just a different aura about it all tonight.
Yeah. There was, I don't know if you saw it, Mark, because it was down the other end of the pitch to where you were, but early on there was a challenge that Bernardo put on Voltamata. And for the record, you could put another Bernardo on Bernardo's shoulders and he'd probably still be shorter than Voltamata. And he just absolutely just hounded the hell out of him and just
someone needs to tell me why is he 70 million quid?
Yeah. Yeah, but I remember he just absolutely hounded the living crap out of him, and I saw that, and I just thought to myself, I'm like, I felt like this reminded me of there's certain moments early in a game when you know that we're going to put in a performance where you know that, you know, it's going to be a good day, and I really felt after that just gave me a lot of confidence going in for the rest of the match.
So just put JM. What happened with? I know I didn't see that. What happened?
Yeah, well, I was about to ask that. Yeah.
I don't know that. But you can let us know, mate. I'll be got to email and I can explain it. No, I just feel as though today was it might have helped being Saturday night. Everyone was pissed. People were soaked. It was wet. The pitch was slick.
Yeah, it looked like it was packed in there tonight, man.
Oh yeah, by the way, can we explain to people that we are having an extension? The third tier of the North Stand's not empty seats.
Yeah.
By the way, I know there's a lot of seat counters out there for some weird reason. Oh, they are. Right arm raised, fist clenched. There you go. I just feel as though I'm not. Maybe it was the Haaland. I've not seen Haaland up for it like that in a damn long. Maybe Baz was right last night. Maybe it was the Dan Burn situation. Maybe he just enjoys the Dan Burn. Because them two were trying to swap shirts from minute one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just think tonight. I'm going to be straight because I'm a bit emotional because I'm a bit angry tonight in certain aspects. Not at the team of the I think some are just whinging for the sake of whinging tonight, and I think people are just clowning on Donnarumma for whatever reason. I mean Donnarumma in that first half. I'm going to say this. This is where maybe I'm different because I'm sat behind the goal. But Donnarumma was pointing to Ireland's area. Those kicks from Donnarumma in the first half were on purpose to Haaland.
Yeah.
But see, Martin, we talked about this with this tactical change that when you have a keeper like Donnarumma, you're going to have a more maybe industrial midfield that can get those second balls. And that's where a lot of our damage came between because we were winning a lot of second balls and we were very direct with it. And I think people are just used to us having the ball all the time that they don't understand.
Isn't this what we asked for? I'm sorry to interrupt, but is this not what we asked for? Sorry, I'm pumped up tonight, guys. Is this not what we asked for? Did we not
Some people didn't do it. Some people wanted the possession, you know?
Did we not beg for transitional football? Did we not beg to be more exciting? And now everyone sees it and they go, nah, I want the boring sideways football again. Once the genie is out the bottle, you can't put the fucker back in.
No.
You can't buy half a squad ready to go transitional and then go, do you know what? Tell you what, can we have our ball playing midfielders back now? No. You wanted transitional. You've got transitional. The genie is out the bottle, ladies and gents. You can't put the genie back in now. I don't get it. People are just I think people are just moaning for the sake of moaning now.
Yeah.
I think they want us to win 5, 6, 7-0. This is 12 cup finals. Every game is going to be nervy.
But see, Martin, even Pardo's look at that comment. I think that capitalized everything, right? People just have a thought of what Pep football is supposed to look like or how the team underneath Pep is supposed to be. And it might take a season for it to be a norm for them. To see us maybe give away possession, but sees us maybe make more riskier passes in transition. And
it's like a new pair of shoes, isn't it? You put on a new pair of shoes that are a bit tight at the beginning. But maybe once people have had a year or two of this, they might get used to it. I think because it's
baseball,
new,
you buy a new glove, you got to break it in. You got to, yeah.
I think at the minute we're break. The scary thing is, and I understand Pardo and Alan's and other people's opinions on this. I get it. But Beta, by the way, I've sent you the link if you want to jump in, Beta. You're more than welcome, but so the link is there. If you check your emails, mate, I have sent you the link. Well, Andrew's pissed. Surprise. Stay out of those Chinese karaoke bars, mate. For me, this is I said this on Thursday. Rubber meets the road time. Every game is going to be nervy. That is a title running. Title runnings were not meant to be easy and relaxing and everyone sort of chilled. They're meant to be nervy. They're meant to be a bit unsure. That's the fun of a title race. You're not sure. 1 week you're in, the next week you're down, the next week you're up, the next week you're down. Just enjoy it. I said this on Thursday. This was now going to be like we were in Liverpool. You go, we go. You go, we go. You go, we go. And this is what it's going to be. Pep said it again tonight. 12 cup finals, 1 down, 11 to go. This is not about performances anymore, ladies and gents. This is about getting the W's, getting the points, and putting that trophy aloft and showing your armpits in fucking 15, 16 weeks. Because you know what? If we've got that gold badge on our arm in 16 weeks' time, I don't give a fuck how we're playing. We can sort that out in the summer.
I thought it was a good performance today, though. I actually thought it was a good performance today. I thought.
How many new players have we brought in, Pat, Ed? How many new players have we brought in the last 12 months?
A whole new squad.
It's not going to click in one go, is it? But I tell you what, if it's like this now, imagine when it's clicking. Excuse my language. Apologies. I know I'm very up for it tonight, and I'm very thing. I get it. I know, but we're just not that team anymore, mate. That's what we're saying. We're not saying we won't one day go back there. But guys, I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to have ups and downs. This is not the time to lose your bottle. This title run separates the men from the boys. This is why Arsenal for 3 years have not managed it, and we have. This sorts the men from the boys. Anyway, carry on. I've had my little rant. You can tell I'm pumped up. Can we do these 8 o'clock kickoffs more often?
I thought it was
results pending.
Yeah, I actually thought it was a good performance. I thought first half it was more of our pressing. It was more getting on the ball, closing down spaces, really putting it on them. You know, I think their goal was off a heavy deflection. I thought only thing I would say is like we could have been better on set pieces with clearing the ball and things like that at times. But then I like I said, after we made that change, I wasn't even that stressed about the long balls over the top or anything like that in the second half. I thought our defense did really well. I thought let's talk about this.
Talk about Mark Gay. It's about Mark Gay. What a signing, by the way.
Yes.
Oh.
The way he's rare, he can actually drive with the ball. He's good turning into tight spaces, receiving the ball. Wow.
He knows his position.
Nuri, you could be one of the world's best left back, mate. You can be one of the world's best left back if you can just in those moments you can just have some magic dust on you, some kahunas on you.
Not fair.
You know that's what separates him from being up there in that category, because we have a really good players on hand. I know it's going to be a conversation when Vardio goes back where he slots in, but
it's a good problem to have.
It's what I call rich man's problems. I mean, you know, that first goal that we scored, like you said, the ball, it was very similar to, I think it was a goal we scored against Liverpool at home.
Oh, I was thinking more about the first goal we scored against Arsenal at home in the treble season.
Yeah, potentially.
A bit of long ball, 1-2, run onto it. Yeah.
And what a ball from Mamouche. Quality ball. Absolutely quality. And this is a guy, by the way, who's quite right. And by the way, both of them are doing Ramadan right now, aren't they? Mamouche and Eight Nora.
Yeah.
So, and to bring that ball through and for O'Reilly to run to it. And by the way, if I was O'Reilly, we all thought in the time he was going to slip that into Ireland. But he just hit the thing first time.
And
he likes to shoot.
To hit it across your body like that too. Technically, you've got to be really good at what you're doing to do that. Because by rights, he should be absolutely spraying that into the away section. Or most footballers would spray that into the away section. Maybe not Martin with his sweet left foot, but it takes a lot of skill to be able to control a shot like that.
Do you think the Haaland run deceived Pope a little bit? Because I don't think Pope was set up for that shot. I think he was expecting that to go to Haaland.
I think so, because Pope did give a lot of space on that right hand side on his right hand side for Nico O'Reilly.
If you email me, mate, I'll send you the link. Epicning's been on before, so I know Pat's controlling the comments tonight. I think I've had one too many Tuba Smarties tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just
one too many sachets of ketchup on your Balti pie.
It was.
And you look at what it meant when we scored. Now, sadly, they got the equaliser.
What can you do about that?
Deflected off Eight Nora, sadly, and it just fell into his lap.
Nori got the first deflection, then it came off somebody else, and that's just what.
Yeah, the shot got deflected.
Yeah.
No, he was both of them, Pat. It was him both times.
Was it?
No. I mean, in terms of the initial clearance, like trying to clear it out of the box.
Yeah, it hit him up when
it was him, and then another player is like, I normally just has to hit that another direction, and it goes out for a throw in. Yeah. Shit happens. Let's move on. Yeah.
But do you know what? 5 minutes later, we got the lead. That's what I'm loving at the minute. There was no moaning, bitching, complaining. There was no feeling sorry for ourselves. We went straight back at it.
Yep.
It was all right. You equalised. We're going back. And I'm just early that cross from Haaland.
People say he can only score 7 assists. 7 assists in the league.
Do you know where he is? Do you know where he is on the assist level?
He's second, isn't he?
He's
second in assists.
You haters, you hold that. Talking about bench him, sell him. You haters, hold that.
Oh yeah, I saw one tonight. BB Lewis Hall.
Yeah,
sorry, you meant to say.
But we are going to need the 250. Ed, we are going to need the 250 mil when we end up in Vauxhall Conference.
And then O'Reilly leaps like a salmon and just places it bottom bins.
Yeah.
I mean, I just thought, and I'm be honest with you, what I did enjoy was we were trying to kill the game off still after that.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, we had. That's why I said we had chances.
Yeah, we have chances.
And that was the more stressful part, because in the back of your mind, when you're missing all these chances, you're like, is it going to be one of those moments where we miss all these chances and Newcastle get a lucky break? And you're like, especially the Norrie one, I was like, oh my gosh. But even the subs, Huzanov, hey man, that might have been his best performance. That might have been his best performance back there. And you got to big him up because he's still a young lad, and every game matters now. Every game matters. I thought his tackling was very, very cautiously, but he was strong. I thought he was really good on the ball. I think he did a through ball too to start off a good chance for us. So, yeah, man. Cherky came on, was involved. I thought he was doing a lot of running around too. Yeah, all around team performance, man.
Yeah. I mean, Pat, where were you at the first half?
First half was
some of the best
for me. The first half was not only just a brilliant performance, but also a good demonstration of the quality of the Premier League as well too. The only problem was the second half turned into it was EPL in the first half, and then it turned into MMA in the second.
That's because he's just read mate. That's because I put that in the WhatsApp group. Why you?
I put it first. Yeah, halfway.
Did you put it first? I don't.
Yeah, I did. I'm sure I put it first.
We most have had the same idea. Newcastle.
I can't remember which order because I did also put it in Tone's Instagram live as well.
No, but
Because,
I actually thought Newcastle did turn it into a. I thought we.
they felt like they had to.
Yeah, my criticism of the second half was we allowed Newcastle to turn that game into a scrap.
Yes, set pieces, free kicks.
Yeah. And that's where I think the referee lost the game. I think the referee lost the game completely at that point, because I thought he was giving yellow cards for something he shouldn't do, and then not giving yellow cards for others. Because the only bit that was stupid was Bernardo got the yellow card, and then about 2-3 minutes later, he's turning round and he's doing that stupid thing. Like, what are you doing?
From the top rope.
Yeah. I mean, people are going to say, well, he shouldn't really be doing that to Dan Burn. He's like up there today.
But see, I think that's why the ref didn't do it, because it's a short guy trying to get scrappy, man. It's a short guy trying to get scrappy.
No, I thought he was trying to pace his lung like they did at New Sunderland.
No, come on, man. Come on. No. He didn't even hit him that hard, really. He didn't hit him that hard. He just flung his body into him.
No, I just think that's my only criticism of that second half. I think we allowed Newcastle to turn that into, like, exactly right, an MMA game, an MMA fight. And we shouldn't have done. And what I did like was, one thing I will give Pep credit for, I think he made, and I don't think Pep gets enough credit for this across his tenure at City, because I think he has got some of them wrong. I think his subs tonight, I think his subs generally this season have been bang on.
Yeah.
I think his subs this year have been absolutely bang on. I think the cushion off for Ruben Diaz was spot on. I think the Cherky from Mamouche was. Foden came on. And by the way, your Foden was only on for less than 10 minutes, but he made a difference. Cherky made a difference when he came on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Each sub had a play into that. I mean, Foden was on 8 minutes and could have scored if it hadn't been for Nick Pope.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, I think Newcastle probably had 15, 20 minutes for the second half, but I think the subs changed it. And despite, and like you said, despite Newcastle having the ball, what did they do with it? What did they do with it? Can anyone remind me? Good evening, Epicnin.
Was good. God damn, that was a stress and all. A stress with it.
Yeah, you can exhale now, mate.
I know, right? Oh god. No, man, that was a war. That was a war and a half. I felt like we should have taken our chances more in the first half, but what can you do in it? Like, you can't. When another team is going to chuck their kitchen sink at it, like, it's gonna be more difficult for us to get into the game as well, especially when you got Newcastle, a very physical team anyway. So yeah, just second half we weren't keeping the ball as much, and obviously we were giving away stupid free kicks in very dangerous positions. But apart from that, I think that was a very mentality important win, though.
It didn't feel like how Arsenal was with on Wolves 2-1. You know, it didn't feel like, it felt like we were keeping them in front of us. We were just sound defensively, and when we did get a chance to break, we tried to break, and you know, we just didn't finish our chances. Yeah, that's how it was for me.
Yeah. But do you think that though, like don't you think we should have a bit more of a cruisy game and put game more to bed though? I know like it's unrealistic to ask the team to be putting people 3-0 or whatever in the title race, but I feel like if you're gonna go to a title race and you're gonna be making it to a war, it's a very like mentally and physically it's very draining for the players. Especially when we're in other full competitions, you know, like I think.
But if Semenyo buries one of those chances, if it goes 3-1, I think you do see us I think Newcastle gets deflated. You know, we pass the ball around. I think it turns into something like that. But anytime it's 2-1, as a fan, you're going to feel that, right? Because it's
Yeah.
Well, then let's be honest, Ed. You didn't want it to go 3-1 because then, I would have.
I
I would have
was
cushioned
like,
my
please
lead
go
in the.
4-1.
Yeah.
I was like 4-1. Please go 4-1. That's what I was hoping.
Yeah, it's just my only concern of it. Obviously, like my only concern, obviously, like I feel like okay. The good thing I was really happy about when we conceded the goal, there was no panic. I feel like the players were calm and straight away we were like we were trying to get for the kill, and especially when the good thing as well when we scored as well the first goal. I don't know why, but this season we tend to fall back like a bit of Arsenal, like, where we become lackadaisical in the sense where we don't try and kill the game off. Whereas today, like in the first half, I think we tried to go for the kill and try and score more goals and put the game to the bed. But I love the reaction for the players though. As soon as we can,
we missed bigger chances in the second half than we did the first.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I knew chance where he fumbled the bag.
He tackled himself.
The
Semenyo
Foden chance.
Took a
Yeah, the Foden.
Semenyo could have had a brace in the second half.
Well, the Haaland one. I mean, this is what I mean. There was our XG in the second half was 0.66. Newcastle's were 0.32. We had 7 shots each. We had 3 on target. They had 2. We missed 3 big chances in the second half. They missed 0.
One thing I want to praise Pep though, big up that Kusanov changed at halftime though, because as soon as I saw Diaz had to do that foul anyway. Remember that foul he hit?
It was
he had to do it. That was a really good yellow card by Diaz because he didn't have the pace for it, and that was a really good block from it. Yep. And as soon as that happened, okay, listen, we need to. I thought put Kusanov on just for the pace and stuff, and he did it. And Kusanov, what a class player! And I still don't understand this narrative. Commentators are still badgering to this day about this Chelsea game from last year. It's actually ridiculous.
They hold on to grudges, don't they, mate?
That's crazy, isn't it? Like, let go of that game, man. Like, come on, man. I don't understand it. To this day, Kusanov is a liability. Right at the end of the game, is phenomenal. Make your mind up at this point, man. Come on.
Yeah. Ethan's just come in with a £2 super chat as well too. So Sabio getting Hattie the season quad time. Yeah, you and Richard are definitely in the same boat with that anyway, mate.
I'm just doing title time. Let's get the Carabao Cup, then try and get the league.
I feel like if we're going to the quad conversation, we'll be.
Let's not do Arsenal.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. Don't be Arsenal where like in Liverpool where they decided to try to do a quad and then it fumbled the bag entirely. So let's not jinx ourselves here, to be honest. I think the best for us is like when we did it in treble season, where it's one game at a time and we go on our own pace.
Yep. And, Eric, do you agree with what Martin and I said at the top of the show, where you felt like in that second half that Pep was willing to give Eddie Howe's team a bit more of the possession, almost creating that false sense of security in a way?
Yeah,
I disagree.
Because again, it was sort of like one of those things where it was like they're so used to not having the ball. When they had it, it was like, well, what do I do now? Like,
yeah, I guess it's just
not a helpless situation, but sort of like, okay, I've ended up with this thing now. I don't know what to do with it, basically.
I don't know. It's a case of for me to get used to the fact that we're more than this team or less is starting to get used to have less of the ball. I think it's just to get for me, it's just to get used to the fact we're not gonna be that control freak of a team where we can keep the ball for 90% of the time and putting sideways passes and stuff. So I don't know about that though. So
see, I'm just gonna be honest. I think this is the time of the season we're getting into that point. We're nearly in March. People get this. In 6 days, we're in March. So you've only got March, April, and half of May. You're 2.5 months away from the end. And you look at the results today. Villa at home, 1 each against Leeds, which is why I said Leeds will be an harder game than Chelsea. And everyone laughed at me.
Leeds will be a tough game, by the way.
Because what happens is
they're plucky this season. Leeds,
these teams that are fighting for their life. This is the time of the season where you go and get stupid results. So, for example, last season, Southampton didn't want to be the worst Premier League team on record.
The lowest of the low blocks.
This is where you get the 11-man walls coming out.
Hurrah football to its finest.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is the time where you either get the total anti-football from teams because they're fighting. Look at Bournemouth and West Ham today.
I didn't see the
That
game.
was
But
just nobody wants to do anything.
yeah.
So just put Ross's coat. Typical Happy Clapper Martin always doing damage control.
What
We
damage?
won, Ross.
What?
What damage control, Ross? What damage control, Ross?
And
but
I
he also
understand people
said,
like, oh,
he also
because
said
the
lucky
weather
oil
is
mugs.
in the
Sorry, Ross,
second
but
half.
Yeah, so
we've got
he's
Newcastle.
clearly
We've got
not-
Newcastle fans in here too. So
So he's not a
which ones are you
City
talking
fan. Who do you support, Ross?
about? Doesn't matter. It's got. They're gonna have an involvement with oil anyway.
Yeah, man.
Probably an Arsenal fan crying because his team don't know how to
I
get
think I
it
just
over.
saw. I think most people. I don't know. Like I just I think
Millwall.
the most.
Millwall, right? So we
Well,
already know you're a bit of a thug. We already know you're a bit of a thug.
There's a good chance they might go up this season as well.
Oh god, that's gonna be interesting, isn't it? Oh,
Come on,
God,
Martin. Come on, Martin. You're form of the way days. No, come on, you'll do that one.
Oh, I've been to Millwall.
Oh god, that's interesting. No, I just.
You'd do it
I
again,
think,
though, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
I just think. I think the consensus is just. I think fans are just concerned of obviously we're in this stage of the season where are we able to sustain like those kind of performances in the second half. That's all. I think that's just a level concern. I think something to have in my opinion. But I feel like as a lady though, the second halves, I feel like it's more controlled in the sense where, not in the sense we're controlling the ball, because obviously our defense is actually really good with Gahey. Sorry, I forgot his name. Nunes and Wilson off the back line. You know? So, what did you think of the Semenyo's performance today, lads?
Who's?
The Semenyo's. I thought he was really poor. I thought he was really poor today.
I thought finishing he was poor in some decision making, but I thought his keeping up the ball in tight spaces was really good. You always saw a couple of people bouncing off of him. I thought his defensive work was great because he was getting stuck in a lot of tackles, and he won a lot of second balls for us. I just think sometimes we get so focused on the forward line when they do attacking wise that we forget all the dog work that you have to do in this type of transition setup. Really,
I feel you. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, obviously offensively he was a bit poor with his passes. Like he didn't have that way to pass. You know, like sometimes I think it was the first half where he tried to do a pass and just went.
Yeah.
Like, but
he was waiting for
time. Yeah, obviously I don't think central being a cam is his position. It's not center attacking midfield. So, obviously it's something he's gonna have to get used to. And I think the only reason why I think it took that long for Pep to take him on is just because of his sheer physical presence. How tall he is and physical in it. So, but I personally, even though he did the dog, I just felt he was a bit poor today, from my opinion. But it's tricky with him, innit? Like he doesn't really have the the fundamentals of keeping the ball like a Doku, but he's got the goal threat, which a Doku doesn't have. So it's kind of tricky, isn't it? Like it's like Haaland, right? Like sometimes you can drop it like 2 out of 10 performance, and then you can pop out with a goal, right? So like it's difficult, in my opinion. That kind of player.
What did you think about Mark Gahey, Epic?
Oh, I got nothing to say, bro. The guy is amazing, man. What a signing. We're gonna have a problem next season with the amount of top quality players we're gonna have, though. It's gonna have Pep is gonna have a headache with that, though. Guardiola and Ruben Diaz and that's gonna be it's gonna be a headache for him. Yeah. It's a good headache to have, but obviously we're trying.
Well, if you think about it, you didn't get Gonzalez on the pitch today. You didn't get Reinders on the pitch today.
Yeah.
So, and
some of these players are going to be very well rested when we start playing every 3 days.
Well, yeah, this is my point I was saying about the other day on Thursday about, I know everyone wants to do squad rotation, but as you've seen with the Kanji's comments today, not everyone is going to accept squad rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think as well that this is a part of the season where the team needs rhythm. So you kind of have the need to somewhat the same team, apart from 1 or 2 players you rotate each time you play. I feel like, because obviously this is a title race, right?
Yeah.
If you keep changing like a lineup every single time, like do 2, 4, 5 changes every single time, that's not sustainable.
I mean, what I do
Lose about
with
rhythm.
like Nico G, for example, now is 'cause I do think I think if you want to win the title, I said this a couple of weeks back, I think you are going to have to sacrifice a cup.
Yeah, like
I'm
the
gonna be
FA
honest
Cup.
with
The FA
I
Cup.
feel like
I've
the FA Cup. Yeah,
I've got a feeling we'll
yeah.
go. Not saying we'll go with a scratch team up to Newcastle, but
Yeah.
that's where I think Rodri gets rested, Nico G plays, Reinders plays, Bowden may. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be
Trafford
more
comes in.
players, that will start because I just think right now, I'm going to say it as it is. Rodri's going to start 90% of the games now moving forward.
Yeah, obviously, like the guy is.
And
like,
Nico G has to accept that now.
I feel like he knew that the thing with these players though, like they gotta know that they will never be top. They will never be priority over Rodri. It'll be their own fault, you know.
But this is in certain games you might want a more Nico, but in games like this where you want a player that can make those passes in
'Cause I feel
transition.
like-
if we're playing transitioning, you do want a 6 because Bernardo and Nico O'Reilly. Nico O'Reilly is better at it, but they're not really giving you that attacking power if you're not playing a 10, right?
Okay, I think the best to describe Gonzalez is that he's a dual winner.
Yeah, he's a dual winner. He passes it, right?
Yeah,
when you
dual
don't have
winner,
a
then he
10,
passes sideways, and that's
Yeah,
it.
but
And
you
then
don't have a
Alvarez-
10 in the midfield. Rodri's passing ability makes up for not having that because he himself is a playmaker.
Yeah, he's not as good as a dual. I'm not going to exaggerate, but yeah, like he's not such as a dual. He's not a dual winner as such.
Compared to
More of,
Rodri,
like,
for lack of a better term, I think Nico G is just a perfect plan B or a perfect number 2.
Yeah, it's something.
Why are my
it's whether-
comments not coming through? Right, my comments aren't coming through in the chat. Man City Canada, if you can join a
I was,
supporters club,
yep.
do it that way. That's going to be your best way to get
ManCityOSC.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, something along those lines.
to get them. Well, Pat, actually, you want to explain it because you're the ideal man for this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just go on to ManCityOSC.com, I believe it is. I think that's the website, or just Google Manchester City official supporters clubs. And there's just like a Google Map sort of guide. Just hover over Canada, your nearest city. I know for a fact the Canadians have got supporters clubs all over their major cities. So get in touch with them. Tell them I sent you as well. Pat from Sydney, of course. That's the best way to go about applying for membership, and they can get you access to any match day tickets.
Oh yeah, Mario, how was the atmosphere, by the way? Was it good or was it a bit quiet?
One of the best all season.
It's because we're in a time.
There was a real belief in that stadium tonight. Oh, Docky, spot on, Cather. Because I actually think maybe it's not fair. Again, we're not in a fair game here. I think Docky may come back in for a Semenyo or a Mamouche. One of them's going to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's natural, right? Like, yeah, obviously. I think that's how it was. I think before he got injured.
I agree with that.
Right?
I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, I think Bernardo will be coming off for
3 days off.
You reckon?
Do you know what it is with Bernardo? It clipped me tonight. I went, shit, he's only got about 15 games left. It really hit me tonight.
Yeah.
I went, because I think it was when
Well,
you know when
it
it
didn't hit me until you
got
just
sent
said that, so get stuffed.
off. I was like, when he nearly got sent off, I was like, he gets sent off here. That's 2-3 game ban, depending on what it, because he might have got a straight red for that. I don't know in other refs. But I'm
Are you only feeling that way for Bernardo, by the way?
well, I've not seen Stones yet. Until Stones gets on,
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So you got a Stones agenda now, do you? So you got a John Stones agenda. You got a Stones agenda. You completely ignore the fact that he's on his way out too.
Bro's on the
cheese. You're just spending the next few minutes glazing up Bernardo Silva. Shame on you, Martin. Shame.
No, listen, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be honest. When Bernardo leaves, when Ake goes, because I know against Villa, whether we're lifting the title or not, that's the last time I'll see Ake, Stones, and Bernardo in a blue shirt.
How many of funny you say that? How many of the treble team have in this team we've got left? So we've got Foden, Rodri, Diaz.
Holland.
Stones.
Guardiola.
Yeah. Kanji. Sorry, it's on loan. My bad.
So you have 5.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't be much more than that, would it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Rodri
Like,
two's a good shout. If Rodri hasn't signed that contract by Villa, I'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
What do you think of that, though? Do you think, like, personally, obviously,
I'm not
like,
even going to focus on it.
I know that,
But
but I think it's
time in the place.
but I think it's important to know, though, isn't it? Like, if we're going to speak,
All I'm going to say is, and they keep saying it, and everyone keeps ignoring me. There is a reason they are looking at Anderson.
But for me, this is just for me. If Roger goes out winning us a league and doing a double, even for all the stuff he's done before, right? You just wish him his best, right? You get it. We get the money. We get the money, whatever for him. What are you
gonna do if it's Pep's last one? Then you'll really be crying.
Depends who the manager is. Depends who the manager.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like we should be treating like how it was for other legendaries. Though we did it with KDB. We're gonna be doing it with Bernardo. Like, I think time goes on, innit? Unfortunately, that's how it is. It happens. Right? So.
Yeah, it's part of it. It's part of it. Who's another player I wanted to talk about? Nico O'Reilly, lads. Nico O'Reilly.
Deserved man of the match.
Baller. What a baller, man.
He got man of the match in the ground, didn't he, Martin?
O'Reilly, yeah. Got man of the match on the ground.
I'll say you stayed till the end.
Cheeky bastard.
Good. Glad to hear it.
No, I left on it. I did leave on 88 in Edmonds. I was there just after the Harvey Barnes chance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever that was. It was just, I mean, for me, O'Reilly got it, but I thought I would give it Haaland tonight.
Yeah. He was everywhere.
I've just not seen Haaland look like that for a long
His
time.
touches were good. He was driving.
Cade, can I just keep Cade? Just put Cade's on about distances between Anderson and Bernardo. Do you know, factually, Phil Foden's covered more than Bernardo? Well, he might not have done. He might have surpassed him.
Phil Foden's covered the most ground of any player in the Premier League, apparently. Yeah.
So there you go, Cade. So that tells you that.
I think the last time he actually did that performance,
I'm not sure if Foden will take over the Bernardo role. Yeah. I think Foden's going to take over the Bernardo. And see, it depends because he might use Nico G as a 6 and move Anderson to the 8. Nico G may become our 6.
Yeah.
What we're going to do with our 6? We're going to buy another backup 6?
No, you have a 6. Nico G will be the 6.
Nico G and Anderson can play the 6 when Nico G isn't playing there.
Yeah.
I guess
he's still got 2 6s.
Yeah, true. Yeah. You don't have to pay both of them.
I just believe, and it's just my opinion, I think Foden's going to take over the Bernardo role.
It's a shame, though, isn't it? Like,
ground covered so much.
Yeah, it's a shame, though. Obviously, we won't see him score as many goals, right? But I guess that's what Pep has planned for him, isn't it? But I guess he's going to be playing differently at England, right?
Chat about him tonight because I thought he was garbage. I ain't spending 100 million on him, mate, if that's his performance tonight. Stop demanding 80 to 100 million for every single player.
Every player.
Just to do it against Karabag, and he's a very good player, but you can't keep dropping 100 million on every single player.
No.
Like Valtamay
soon enough, bro. Listen, soon enough, Lewis Hall is going to be 100 mil.
Lewis Hall's the real deal. Listen, I think Newcastle were very good tonight. I think Newcastle were.
Oh, no. Yeah, there's nothing to take away from.
You got to remember that as a Newcastle team in form.
Yeah, that was a sign of a team in form. The only thing that didn't help them was obviously the quick trip back from Azerbaijan.
Yeah, but we've got to stop.
Look like they were tired in parts there during.
I'll be honest with you, Pat. I think many disrespect Newcastle too much.
Yeah, you know what? Newcastle had that.
You thought it was head and shoulders their best player? Wow. Ooh.
No, the best player was Lewis. It was Lewis Hall. Then let's see who was after Lewis Hall. I'll say Cha was their best player after Lewis Hall.
I thought Dan Bird did really
Yeah,
well. with Haaland,
Malik Child
considering-
had a good game
considering
defensively for
how-
them, I think.
The only issue with Dan Burn is I think Dan Burn got too involved with the Haaland stuff. That became a battle between those two rather than the game.
Oh, and I loved it. It
I
felt,
should've
like I was
thought he
watching
got-
an old game from the 90s again.
I personally thought he should have got a second
was
yellow. To
brilliant.
be honest with you, I think he should have got a second yellow when he put the show on Haaland's shirt. So.
Listen, I think both teams could have ended that with 10 men or 9 men. I've
so?
said it. I think Bernardo should
Oh, yeah,
have
the
gone.
Bernardo, yeah,
Joe
the
could have got
Bernardo,
a
yeah,
yellow
the
card on
Bernardo
about
one.
6 different occasions.
Dan Burns should have gone. I also think Joe Linton should have gone. How Joe Linton stays on that football pitch the way he plays, I don't know.
Bro should be signing for UFC, man. That guy, bro. He doesn't play football. I'll be honest.
I
Bro,
don't know. what Joe
elbows.
Linton
He looks
brings
like a
over
UFC
this
fighter with
football.
football boots on.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, I just don't rate Joe Linton. I think Joe Linton is one of the most hyped midfielders ever.
Do you
And
know
it
he was?
something Graham
I've
Bailey
never-
said.
Yeah, look,
Was he even
I'll
really?
give, I'll give
you know-
him his credit when he went to Newcastle. He was terrible, but then Eddie Howe did.
Well, he went as a
improve him a
striker,
lot.
didn't he?
Yeah, he went for a
Something
striker, I
like
was gonna
that. Yeah,
say.
yeah.
He was.
did
he went for a
improve him,
striker,
but-
yeah.
That being said, it didn't say that he made him world class. He just improved his game considerably.
It's just a flat track buddy, isn't he?
Listen, I agree with what Graham Bailey said on the show once. Outside of the North East, no one knows who Joe Linton is. And I mean that with everyone. Don't mean that in a nasty way. I just don't think Joe Linton is the type of player that'll take Newcastle to where they want to be. Thought Nick Pope was very good for them tonight. Pulled off
Oh, yeah,
some very good
100%.
saves,
Very
Yep.
good, yeah.
especially the two at the end. I just think that was a tough game against a tough opponent that in form, and we did well. I said we said it last night, didn't we? I know you two said it. That was going to be. We've played each other too many times now, not to have close games anymore.
Yep.
Can we
It's like
talk about
when you go back to when
Do
we first
you
played.
know the thing for me is like when we play the FA Cup final, I would not be surprised if it ends up being goalless and goes to penalties.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like Real Madrid. When we first played Real Madrid, we used to get some absolute whoopings.
Mm.
It's like when we used to play Barcelona, very first time, they used to whoop us 4-5s.
Mm.
And then the more you play them, and then you improve in your player quota and your player ability, you're going to make the games close because you now know you don't need to do training anymore. You know what you're going to get with that team. So when we go up to Newcastle in 3 or 4 weeks for the FA Cup, you know exactly what you're going to get. You know what you're going to get. You know what atmosphere you're going to get. You know exactly what you're going to get from.
It's like in a boxing match. You're having a boxing match and you're just going through the rounds and
No, they didn't.
you're trying.
Because me and Pat were there. We won on penalties.
It's preseason, bro. It's preseason. Who
It's
cares about
pre-season.
preseason?
Come on.
I'll be
But they
honest.
did
Who
whoop us.
cares about preseason, man?
Ended in a draw, mate.
Martin and I, as on our own, sung more songs than the bloody Barca fans did.
No, they did. They did. Let's go Barca. That's all they sang.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let's go, Barca. What a chat, man.
I don't know where Predic's Babies got that from because it ended a draw. Because remember, they didn't even know it was going to a penalty shootout. Remember,
No, they just decided on it. Yeah.
everyone just walked away.
Some pre-seasons the last few years. There's been some pre-seasons around the world where they've done penalties even after a team's lost.
I'll be
Didn't
honest.
Arsenal do one last pre-season or something? They choose the teams agree to do a penalty shootout if it's something that they want to develop, or they want to see who's going to be good penalty takers and that for next season. Simple.
Yeah. No, the pre-season we're on about is the one
That was like 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Last time
It was
we played.
post. It was post 4 in a row.
Yeah. After
Yeah, it
4
was
in a
post
row.
4 in a row.
2024.
4. Yeah.
Yeah, 2024.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
it chucked
Remember
down.
the game,
It
the
chucked
game got
down.
delayed 2 hours.
Yep, and it chucked down rain, and I couldn't tell whether I was more damp from the sweat or from the rain. Wouldn't have made a difference.
Can we talk about a horrendous player that was on the pitch though? Elanga. Oh my lord, this guy is horrendous, bud. 50 mil. Newcastle got ripped off with that player, man.
Can we
Honestly.
just? I've got to ask all
Honestly.
your opinions. Where are we at with Donnarumma? Because I don't get it. I don't get this Donnarumma stuff anymore.
What's the issue with it? Is it people are questioning his kicking ability and that's it, or
I
just
don't think
generally-
people are questioning the second half from what I gather. I don't get it.
what? I think it's more so like, I don't know. It's kicking along into nothing. But apart from that, I feel like he's.
I don't think he did kick into nothing. Thought everything
He's-
was to Haaland on purpose.
To be fair, he saved us by the end of the game, though. I don't know if you remember the save the Harvey Barnes shot. I think that was going to go in. I think that was what in 90 something minute. It's crazy.
Just shout out to Ethan again with another £2 super chat. Thank you very much, mate. We will still win a game 7-0 this season. Joke's on you, mate. We've already played a game where we scored 10. Unless you're talking about specifics. I don't know, mate. It's just, yeah, I think you said at the top of the show, Epic, it's like, yeah, it'd be nice to have a 5-0 win or something like that between now and the end of the season. But look at all the title runs we've had in previous years. Very rarely do we have any of those games where we absolutely just dominate teams.
Yeah.
It's just something we don't do.
I was just saying
the only way for me that like Leeds, for example, the only way we win Leeds comfortably is if either they had a bit of a brain fart or we just caught fire and scored 3 or 4 goals in a 20-minute period, like say midway through the first half or something like that. We'll still play these games, for the next few weeks where we'll still try and take a foot off the gas a little bit, conserve a bit of energy. And then when it really matters, when you come across when you play your Arsenals, your Chelsea away, whoever we play in the quarterfinals or semifinals, that's when you put absolute fifth gear, pedal to the floor and go absolutely hell for leather in those games.
I don't know. I disagree with conserving energy. I would argue like going to war with games and grinding results out. It's like it drains you. It drains you a lot.
Can I ask a question about the Newcastle offside goal? Because there's a lot going round about Diaz pushing.
Oh yeah, I see some Newcastle fans saying they got robbed. Yeah, Newcastle fans saying they got robbed for that apparently, which is very interesting. I didn't think it wasn't enough context to push him over like that. To be honest.
Well, if there is anything, because it happens before the play commences, the only thing the referee can do is just retake if you wanted to, is just retake the free kick. That's it. You just retake the free kick. So there's not like you can't be calling penalties on that.
What's the actual rule? Do you have the actual rule? Do you have it on you?
I don't have the actual rule on me, but that's what they were saying at halftime. They were basically saying that until the ball is actually in play or has actually commenced play, so contact's made with the ball, all they could do is just call a foul and basically say, "No, bring it." It's no different to like when there's just like jostling around in the box at a corner. They'll just the ref can just turn around and say, "No, retake the corner."
Did he push him before the ball?
Yeah, he pushed him before the play. Yeah, so it forced Dan Burn to be in an offside position when contact was made with the ball.
Do you think he was enough forced to push him like that? Like Dan Burn's
no. Do you know what? This is where where I'm actually going to. What I think happened tonight was, I think we saw something that we ain't used to with Manchester City when we play Newcastle. And I think Newcastle got a little bit of a taste of their own medicine tonight. Newcastle are normally the physical, dominant, athletic team, aren't they?
Yeah.
They play with pace, yeah.
I actually think City outfought them, outmuscled them, and outthought them tonight.
Because you had O'Reilly and then Semenyo, Harden, obviously big tall guys, and obviously they're quite physical.
Yeah,
so they kind of fat. Who Newcastle had in the midfield? They had Tonali. Who else was in there? Joe Willock.
I just think we saw a different side of Manchester City tonight. Of again going back to Pep and Biana's comments a few months back. This league was always going to get more physical and more intense, and you needed engines and big physical units. And I think I want to give Pep a lot of credit to. This is why I don't think it was ever going to Nico G and Rodri debate, because I think it's become Rodri and Bernardo and O'Reilly. That midfield tonight was chosen on purpose to outfought Newcastle,
outmuscle.
But don't you think today that in previous game? But don't you think in previous games though, O'Reilly used? I don't know. I feel like he was instructed to stay back.
No, because I think today,
O'Reilly was more fun.
I think it changed from when we played Newcastle in the Carabao Cup first leg. When O'Reilly
When did we start doing the midfield though? Because I feel like in those games
Then-
when he started playing,
Then in the Carabao
Then.
Cup first leg.
Yeah, but O'Reilly was just deeper because he was the 6 in that game.
Mhm. Yeah, it was
That's
the
why he
same.
was deeper.
like the double pivot with Roger, right? Are we on the same page?
No,
Yeah,
when he was
that's what he started doing,
first saw him in the midfield, he was the 6.
But don't you think
Well,
we felt a
people
bit more
forget-
secure in that doing that?
Yeah,
Don't
but
you think?
Epic, his natural position is midfield.
Yeah. I'm just saying that's why he looked deeper sometimes because he had to stay deep because he was the 6. When he's been in the 8, he's been box to box. He's been in a lot of options to score or in the final third.
Hmm.
I don't. I just had the impression where last couple games, I don't know. Just by my recollection, I just had the feeling. I don't remember exactly, but felt like he was a bit more back than today, where he was a bit like more left wing /8, more forward. You know. So that's a good. I mean, it's a good change. I'm not gonna complain, but obviously when he was a bit more deeper, it was a bit more secure, helping Roger out, especially when Roger's trying to get to like top his best form yet. To be honest.
Oh, gone. I was just very, very happy with that tonight. I'm over the moon with it. Now we've got another week off.
Yeah, that week is going to be good.
Weird.
Though.
It's weird, isn't it? If you don't think about the Newcastle game, it feels like an international break.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. You got the Leeds game. Then we've got.
Then we finally go back to midweek Forest.
Yeah,
That's when we finally start going back to 3-4 days.
yeah. So that's what I mean. So if you
Yeah.
look at it now, if you look at our next bunch of fixtures, we've got Leeds next week, then obviously Forest midweek, which is at home. Then we've got the FA Cup game at Newcastle, and then we've got another midweek. But obviously, we'll see if that's where the Champions League will come
Wait,
in.
is West Ham the next weekend after Newcastle?
Yes.
Then Champions League is in between
Well, the
those.
Champions League's in there, but obviously the draw's
Yeah.
on Friday, which will bring you live. So we've got the Champions League in between that Newcastle FA Cup and the West Ham away, and then obviously then it's the cup final. Because then we've got because our next home game's on the 4th of March. We don't actually then play at home again until the 18th of April. You do realise that, don't you? So the 4th of March, obviously we've got the Champions League to come in, so there will be a Champions League game in between there. But we don't play again in the league at home till 6 weeks later. So we're going to have a run of 4 or 5 games away, which will be West Ham, Newcastle in the Cup, West Ham away, Arsenal and obviously at Etihad South, Chelsea away, and then you'll have your Champions League 2-legged in between, and then we're not at home again till April the 18th, and then we've got another 2 away games, which is Burnley and Everton. I don't know if people realise we've only got about 4 home games left, and you've got to try and fit the Crystal Palace game in.
The Crystal Palace games are a game in hand, right? I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. So our actual fixtures coming up, we've got Forest at home, Palace at home, Arsenal at home, and then Brentford at home and Villa. So you've got 5 home games left. That's it.
Cade says when is the Champions League draw? According to this, it'll be this Friday at midday European time. So what, 11 a.m. for you guys?
So that means the draw will be about 2 p.m.
I don't know.
Oh no,
I don't
it's not the
what
group
time's
stages, so
first.
they don't waffle on for ages.
Oh, that's a good point.
Did you say
Yeah,
2 p.m.?
it's slightly less waffle. It's an entree.
What time did you say, Pat?
12 o'clock Central Euro time, so it should be 11 a.m. UK.
Because I'm in Perth, so
Just while we're on, do you want to?
So you're in Perth, are you?
yeah, I'm in Perth.
Hello.
Oh, geez, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice one, mate. Oh, awesome. Do you get to go in any games with those guys out there?
I don't watch any games, to be honest.
Oh, okay. No, fair enough.
I know
Sorry.
Alex has done another video waxing lyrical about City again.
You know what's important, guys, as well? I feel like in this title running and next couple of games, we're getting all our players back fit as well. Whereas Arsenal are having a lot of like injury problems.
Well, which takes us on to tomorrow. So where does everyone see tomorrow then? Because obviously the pressure, the ball, is over to the North London derby tomorrow.
That is going to be a pressure cooker game for Arsenal, though. That's good.
Yep.
The thing is, though, like every time Arsenal we played before them, they somehow couldn't handle the pressure of it. Where we have come in though, like for example, the Liverpool game where it's a high pressure cooking game, we managed to go over the line. You know, considering like 70% of our squad, you know, haven't experienced that kind of pressure. You know, so
I don't know. I just think for
interesting
Arsenal,
tomorrow.
I think maybe the new manager switch might create that situation of like walking into a dark room. They won't really know what sort of Spurs they're going to play until maybe the first 20, 25 minutes have been played in the game.
I think it's like it's gonna be like us when we play Carrick.
Yeah, we came into an unknown commodity a bit. Yeah.
Literally before the game, Pep literally said we have no clue how he's gonna play, so we just have to wing it. I don't know if you remember that, but
yeah, there's every possibility of that. So I've said though with this game, with this North London derby, it could easily be because Spurs could win 2-0, or they could win 2-1, or they could lose 5-0. I really don't know.
Fun fact about this manager: apparently, every club he's managed, his first ever game, he's never lost.
Wow. Okay, but then it all goes downhill after that.
Exactly. Do you think Spurs are gonna get relegated though?
Haaland got me 10 points today, by the way, in my EPL.
Fantasy.
Semenyo got me 4. Gay only got me 2. Konza got me 7. And then everyone plays tomorrow.
How many would have Nico O'Reilly got you?
Yeah. I've got I couldn't because I've got Semenyo, Haaland, and Gay in it. Within the Mancunian Way League, I am currently 5th. I'm doing shit in that. In another league I'm 3rd, but I'm not far off.
I know it's so hard to keep up with that thing, man. So hard to keep.
My son's above me because he put João Pedro in his. And obviously, I'm very, very happy today. I'm over the moon. I think it's a massive.
Yep.
There you go. Pyrex got 14 with O'Reilly.
I think it's a massive 3 points. I'm going to be honest. Magnus asked earlier in the chat, and by the way, this feels weird, me not controlling the chat. So carry on.
Anything I feel.
Well, get your hand back in. Because there may be Blues Down Under this week. I did hear a little snippet in the group chat of maybe on this week. Did I hear that correct, Pat?
Yes. Favorable schedule, favorable favorable life schedule. Epic, if you're interested, mate, we'd love to get you on for that too. Obviously, being an Aussie resident, so yeah.
Obviously. Saved me. Just to give you a heads up, Thursday's going to be on, but I won't be on this Thursday. So just to let everyone know.
Fair enough. Ethan again. Wasting all his pocket money on us, mate.
No, by the way, sorry, Ethan, the last 2 or 3 shows has been doing this.
It's been incredible, yeah.
By the way, don't forget, there is a link down below. You can, if you want to buy us a coffee as well. That is also there as an option. So buying us a coffee is an option.
Martin's sick of doing it himself.
It's like a Patreon thing that we've signed up to. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, memberships are there. But listen, we appreciate everyone just hitting the like button helps us, and hitting that subscribe. That's what helps us, and that obviously means a lot to us. So we do appreciate that.
Governor will probably be either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Do you want to quickly talk about Leeds, or do you want to do that for another show?
Oh, we'll do that midweek because of otherwise we're going to run out of shows because there's no midweek game. So we need to keep some of that.
Yeah, we're gonna be back to like August, September again, where it was like, oh, we got to do all these shows. Shit, I forgot we're only 7 days apart at the moment.
It's good also, for the players, right?
I have just got to say one thing. And we've had some feedback, and I know everyone's a bit. I know there's been a lot of new people appear on the channel, and they've all been amazing. But I've had some people, and I'm not going to name them, because we appreciate all feedback, good, bad, or indifferent. We do, because it's your channel. We want to hear your views. But the one thing I will say is people have asked us about Thursday night, and they've not seen the original 4 for a while. No, obviously Ed's part of that now. But obviously me, Rich, Ozzy, that together. That's simply because Rich, with his job at this time of year, takes him out of it a bit. Rich has to have 4 or 5 months off because of his job, not because he's leaving or anything. Pat is the same, and he obviously likes, Pat likes his 3 month. So, because I've had some people a bit worried that people are leaving, because obviously Alan's left and that. I think people think Pat's leaving, Rich is leaving, Ozzy's going. No. There's none of that going on. Please do not worry.
To put it in a nutshell, at this time of year, we go to 11 hours. So the times that work best for Martin's side of the world, it does interfere a bit too much on our work hours, particularly Rich because he's a 9 to 5. For me, it's a little bit different. I'm a shift worker. Once we get to winter, like our winter time, your summer, like start of the season, end of the season, 9 hours is actually really good for us. Because it means like Martin can start a little bit later if he wanted to. We could start our end here at about 6 a.m. We could do a full 2-3 hour show really if we wanted to before we even have to worry about work. So at this time of the season, like the meat and potatoes of the season, basically, it is a little bit more trickier for us. But start of the seasons, end of the seasons, always here. We're here majority of the time, basically.
Yeah, because obviously in Australia, it's like you get most of the chunk of the work in summertime, so.
Exactly. And not only that, it's nice to have some new people on, say, different opinions as well.
Yeah.
So it's like Epic on with Ed's now part of the actual Mancunian way, which you knew about weeks ago. We brought him in now, and he's been an absolute fantastic addition. He got stateside. I know Blues Down Under that will be back. Governor will be back. People are going to come back. It's just because in this game there's not an off season. You get 4 weeks in the summer, but generally, like I said, this is basically my job now. This is why, what you'll see is when some of these start coming back, you might see a little bit less of me, because then I can have a little bit of a break so I don't burn out. So basically what happens is I cover them while they're away, and then they all come back and let me have a little bit of a break, and then we all come back together again. So it's about being a group. Because this channel isn't just me or Pat, it's everyone's channel. And that's what I just wanted to, because I know I've had a bit of feedback, some are a bit worried about it. And I know some have been, the change of rules. The change of rules we think has been the best thing ever, because the chat is back to the way we want it, having a laugh and a joke, and we're talking football. Yeah. So to your point, House Captain, I'm not going to do a show on Donnarumma. Why? Because I think people are bored of talking about it. Because I know what it is with Donnarumma. People want to play a different keeper because they want to go back to the ball playing football. Pep's explained it all. There's nothing we can explain that Pepper's not already explained. Pepper's explained it is down to having a bunch of new players with new styles and everything else. We're not Edison FC. We're not going to do the playing out from the back anymore. We are evolving as a team.
I think we're also adapting to what it is now. We're literally adapting to what the league is now.
And the Premier League's changed as well.
It's the worst Premier League I've ever seen, to be honest. It's the worst Premier League I've ever seen, to be honest.
Sorry, did you start this on purpose? Just want to double check.
I thought we might come back to that. What Blue Heart said just about VAR. I've always thought that too. I've always wondered, like, when they're looking at 50-50 decisions, do they start bringing in some sort of sub rules or like some sort of rules based on morals of the game or something like that? It's always, I've always had questions about when it goes to VAR, especially if it goes to VAR where the on-field decision takes minutes, chews up minutes of a game, basically.
Yeah.
I
think VAR's helped. I don't think VAR's the problem.
So people
No, this
using
is
it.
a show.
It's the people who control it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. This is a show we could do during international break. I don't think it's VAR. Pat is spot on. It's the way it's implemented in the Premier League because VAR works great everywhere else. The most controversy for VAR is coming out of the Premier League.
You know what it is? I feel like it's quite simple. Any decision.
Wait, didn't the refs ask for new software though?
Well, yeah, but the Premier League don't want to fully go forward with this automated VAR offside stuff. They want it, they've got it in, but they're not fully backing it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think we were saying.
Obviously, we don't want to make it into another show, but premise of my thing is I feel like the VAR should only check for offsides and offsides and whatever, like if the ball's in outplay, etc. And then anything else, you just send the ref to the monitor, and then it's all on the ref to decide without no input from the VAR. They can't wish-wash his head, and he can make a decision then and then. There should be no complaint that the VAR is a problem.
Yeah,
that you know that okay, that's a refs.
Do you know why this VAR is a problem? Because it's becoming a cop out for many fans and teams.
Yeah,
I think it's starting to become a bit of an excuse.
In terms of like losing games, etc. Or
justifiable argument. Yeah. To the point where it's getting ridiculous. Where they think that a VAR decision could determine a play that happens in 30 minutes time, which is just ridiculous.
Like Newcastle fans today, they're angry at the Dan Burn disallowed goal because of the push, right?
Yeah.
So they're saying the push, but they don't look at it. A month ago, they got off one with Foden and the offside goal that Harvey Barnes scored.
Yeah.
So every fan is always going to be the same. You're always going to look at it when it goes against you. You never look at it when it goes for you.
That's why I didn't like when Roger came out. That's why.
Sarah said
That's why
Sarah said they need to learn from cricket and rugby, where they've been able to implement systems that create a much more black and white scenario. And I'll give credit. The offside rule now, that new one, where they show the silhouettes of the new one rather than using chunky lines and stuff.
The
like
automated one.
Automated. Yeah. That's it. Sorry, I forgot the term. That isn't black and white yet, but it's as close as we've come so far.
I think that's the problem with it. Yeah, I think that's why the Premier League aren't fully implementing it. Because I think they're like, do you know what it is with the Premier League? They want to be the initiative. They want to be the founders of everything.
Yeah.
But they don't want to bring in what somebody else has already done and justified.
They want to be the innovators, the creators.
Yeah, they want to be the leaders of it all. We're the Premier League. We brought you this. We made it better. No, you haven't.
Do you think the Premier League is the best league in the world? Because I don't think so.
In some aspects, yes. In others, it's not. I think for entertainment, yes.
I think La Liga's got the quality.
Yeah, the quality of football, though. Yeah, 100%.
I think the quality.
Again,
of football,
I think that's subject. That can be some because what I enjoy might be different from what you enjoy.
Exactly.
Like part of what
you enjoy.
There'll be people out there who love the tactical side of things, so they watch Serie A.
Yeah. Well, part of Oaks.
Italian football's always been about tactics.
Part of Oaks likes the possession-based football. Like he said, he calls it anti-pep football. There are other fans that are going to love this transitional football. And I think this is where the Donnarumma debates are coming in. I don't think it's against Donnarumma. I think it's people's style of play. And I think they're clashing. So the transitional style of play is clashing with the traditional Pep style of play. And every fan's got the preference.
Yeah.
Some fans would like Fulham. You're 3-0 up at half time. You have a very safe second half, pass the ball around. People love that. Other people will say that is boring. Why am I watching that?
Yeah,
I don't want to watch the passes in the second half.
Well, Lee Johnson just puts a good point here. I think it's making refs worse though. Reffing in the previous round, the FA Cup had bad calls on almost every fixture, like the Mamouche offside. VAR has become a crutch they rely on. I think that's a shout.
I disagree
though. I think the excessive usage of using tech now to come to decisions, I think it's affecting the real time decisions of referees in a way.
I disagree. How many of those refs
against Salford? Really? Did we all have a meltdown against Salford? because Mamou scored a quality goal. It would have been goal of the month
complain.
contender.
Yeah, I
I mean,
don't
no
know.
one
I just feel like
complained
before any sort of VAR came in, I felt the linesmen and the referees were a lot more disciplined in their decisions as well.
I can counter you though. How many of those refs were Premier League refs though?
What
in the FA Cup rounds? Yeah, in the FA
I
Cup.
I wasn't aware if they were or not, but
I don't know.
Like if you,
I mean, they're making some pretty bad decisions though in that round.
Yeah, but so this argument
a Sunday league referee probably would have picked up that one at Aston Villa inside the box.
Yeah, but what I'm saying though is like how many of those refs in the FA Cup were Premier League refs? So that argument against they're being reliant on technology can't be used on the Championship or lower league division referees. Because
I suppose maybe you got a point there because maybe FA Cup sort of quashes that sort of argument in a way, but we are seeing more and more decisions where you feel like the referees are now more reliant on VAR, and also too I don't think they trust their better judgment. They would rather go to technology to make sure that they are getting the right decision as well. Yeah, I mean we could go on forever about the Mark Gahey situation at Tottenham as well.
Yeah, it's like like the BS. Decision against us was the Marmouche one, but at least the guy overturned it, which is, I guess, he made his own decision on it. You know, I think that we should see more of that, to be honest, instead of having people in Stokely Park saying what they want to happen, instead of the referee on the pitch deciding what needs to happen. That's the reality of it. Like I say, like I think it's just a Premier League thing. This FA Cup thing, I don't. The argument of like referees are reliant on technology doesn't really refer to FA Cup. In my opinion.
No, but do you still feel, even as Premier League referees in Premier League games, do you feel that they are becoming a little bit too over reliant on using the tech and rather actually trying to make decisions? Because I've got to say, when linesmen actually make decisions straight away about offsides and about tackles or decisions straight away, and they commit to it. It's a breath of fresh air. It actually reminds me back to the old school, back to the days where we weren't so reliant on the tech, basically. And the other problem too is I've said this before on heaps of shows as well too, Epic. I don't know if you've heard it, but when a referee made a decision or a poor decision that may have affected the result of a game, yes, you were very, very upset about it. But by the time next week came around, you completely forgot about it. You moved on. The fact that we now have video assistant referee, the fact that we now have a million different angles of every single challenge, of every single offside, of every single goal conceded or not, or chalked off, it just becomes a talking point, and we still talk about it for years and years and years to come.
I just think,
Tottenham in the Champions League, that was, people are more upset about the fact that a goal was given because it came off a Spurs player's elbow than Sergio Aguero being offside and things like that, and it's just. It gets very, very frustrating in that way. And I think at the end of the day, when we try to keep the game as human as possible, it's like I think we accept the fact that humans are going to make mistakes and we move on from it.
I just want to,
and I think VAR just gives it creates a situation now for football fans where bad decisions are just something that we just linger. It just is allowed to linger for years and years and years to come.
Yeah, can I just share this? Because we're going to end in a minute. I just want to share this. This was tonight. So there's Pep. Yeah, with Bernardo. There's Pep with Haaland. That was Pep at full time. By the way, I don't know if anyone saw Pep at full time. Jesus, there's Pep with Donnarumma. He was
very giddy, wasn't he? I saw him. I saw on the footage. He was very giddy, wasn't he?
They are now going to have some time away. They are going to have a few more days off. But anyone who doesn't think is locked in and happy, watch Pep at full time. Pep knew how big that 3 points was tonight.
Yeah.
And they said to him, "Are you going to watch it tomorrow?" He went, "No, I'm going on holiday." They're going to have another two. This is the time. They're going to have 2 or 3 days. They'll probably be back in Tuesday, Wednesday again, and we'll go again for Leeds.
Yeah.
That's going to be a very tough game.
He's almost as bad as me, isn't he, Martin?
That's going to be a very tough game.
Goes on another trip and then pisses off.
Let him go and have a few more days away. Let him. I hope they've all gone and booked flights and pissed off. We've got a week off again. Let him enjoy it. Let him enjoy it. But now we're locked in. And anyone tell me Pep don't care, these players don't care, watch them at full time. They care. And they're locked in with this title. I wish City were more locked in with the car parking situation, but I'll have me rant midweek on that. But yeah, no, listen, it's a massive 3 points against a very, very good Newcastle team. An informed Newcastle team.
I started Kay's comment, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I will. Not tonight. I'm in too much of a good mood tonight. But listen, guys, just enjoy this. Don't let the outside noise get in your head.
I think this is a time where we need to be together as well, isn't it? Like, I was actually happy.
The gals tweets. Oh, that wasn't the Sharks. That wasn't the performance. Balls, you're 2 points behind, my man. Over to you tomorrow. Well, today. Let's see what you're made of. Let's see your minerals now. I
would argue if Arsenal in our position under the cosh like that, they would crumble like they did against Wolves.
I don't even think we were under the cosh. If that's under the cosh, I'll take that all the time then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought we were more under the cosh at Anfield.
Yeah, we were.
And that's not being disrespectful to Newcastle.
I think there's a chance we'll be under the cosh more at Leeds.
Yeah. Newcastle are a good team. Very, very good team, and we just beat a good informed team.
Especially how many times we played them already? We played them like 3 times.
Yeah,
3 times.
So listen, we just move. We'll end it there. Pat, phenomenal job hosting tonight, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Ed, thank you for joining us. Epic Nin, thank you.
As always,
jumping on. Everyone in the chat, thank you for joining us. Smash those likes. I don't know if we're back tomorrow or whether we're going to jump on Baz's lot because Baz is doing post-match tomorrow, so we may jump over on Through Black and White Eyes and do something with those guys over there. I will message Baz and we'll move from there. So, yeah, great night. Enjoy. We'll be back Monday, 100%. Me and Ozzy may do something in the daytime. We'll be back Monday. Blues Down Under. Keep an ear out. Hopefully that's back this week. Wednesday, don't forget, stateside, we're going to do something on kits. Just a bit of fun. And then Thursday night chat, we'll count down to the Leeds situation. See where we're at. Oh, and 90 Minutes with Tones back on Friday. Either Friday, we'll see. I'll let you know. But that will be on this week. I just don't know whether it'll be an evening show or whether it'll be a daytime show. But just make sure your likes are on, notifications are on, everything's lit up. Make sure you've hyped it up. Don't forget you can buy us a coffee if you're feeling generous and you want to make us a bit more caffeine hyper. More than welcome. It's not really buying us a coffee, it's just called buy us a coffee. You don't actually buy us a coffee.
Yeah, it just goes. YouTube doesn't take a percentage of it.
Yeah. Buy us a coffee doesn't take a percentage of it, where YouTube takes a nice 40% slice. So, yeah, big up, Paul. Thank you, Pat. Take us home, Daddy.
Thank you, Martin. Yes. What could be said? 3 points. Breathing down. Arsenal's next. The Sharks are well and truly circling. Really happy with the performance. I'm sure everybody else is as well. Looking forward to, obviously, nice little week again where we can just take a breath. And yes, lots to look forward to over the coming weeks. But big up to everybody who's contributed today. Ed, Martin, Epic, thanks for coming on, mate. Good to talk to another Aussie Blue as well. Much appreciated.
I'm not Aussie, but it's cool.
You live there, mate. You live there, mate. You're gonna cop a
Blue
abuse from Martin going on.
Blue.
So deal with it. Anyway, mate. There we go. Anyway, before I was really interrupted, big thanks to everybody, and always remember, we know how to play at this time of the season when it matters, and we are breathing down the necks. The Sharks are circling, and Arsenal, your move.
Up the Blues.
Up the Blues.